God designed both of you, man and woman, in his image. You're both equal in value, worth, importance, but you're different within your roles within a marriage. So what are our roles? So Jesse, God designed you to be the spiritual leader of the family. He desires you to lead Kayla and your family in the way that he leads his bride, the church. So he calls you to be a servant leader and to represent to her and your family an image of what Christ is to his bride. We're to care for our wives as husbands. We are to encourage their passions, protect our households from the pitfalls of life, whether spiritual, physical, or emotional. Lift the burdens from our wives. Listen to their struggles. Don't move to fix all of her problems. Just listen. When it comes to marriage, God calls you, Jesse, to be his representative. Jesus promises to always be faithful. Can you imagine if Jesus had said, "And lo, I'm with you always, unless you forget to take the trash out on Thursday"? Right? That's not the kind of love that Jesus shows us. That's not the kind of Savior I want to follow. It's not the Savior I want to follow. Instead, Christ's love is so much more than just following a set of rules. It's based on a covenant versus a contract. So a contract, you enter into an agreement between two parties. If one side doesn't hold up their end, the other side set free. A covenant, on the other hand, which is how Jesus showed his love for us, shows us that, hey, no matter what you do, whether you waver or not, I'm not going anywhere. That's the kind of love that Jesus shows you every day, and I encourage you to reflect on that and try to show that kind of love to Kayla in the many years to come. Jesus also promises to be our protector and provider. As we read in Ephesians 5, he gave himself up for the church. So I challenge you, what lengths would you go to give yourself up for Kayla in your marriage? Would you leave your job, your passions, your hobbies? Would you rush to the events of your marriage and Kayla with the passion and sense of duty that you rush to defend our nation? Would you sacrifice your time, money, effort for her good and God's glory? Through it all, God's going to work in you, Jesse, to expose things and work in you and improve you to be more of the man that God's called you to be. I would challenge you to just reflect and know that you are loving her because you were first loved, pursuing Kayla's heart because God first pursued yours, forgiving because you were first forgiven, and remaining faithful because God will always remain faithful to you. Kayla, the Bible outlines that a husband is the primary protector and provider of the household. That doesn't mean he's the only protector and provider of the household. I can imagine God in heaven when he makes man, he says, look at this creature created in my image. He has all the strength and courage, but he doesn't have any of the compassion, patience, multitasking, level-headedness that's going to be needed for the millennium to come. So Kayla, you don't need to leave everything behind here at the altar. The Bible doesn't tell you to do that. It tells you to pursue God with the same passion that your husband does. It calls you to be a trusted advisor to Jesse, to lift him up and support him in everything. I would encourage you to reflect on Proverbs 31. It describes a good wife. I have a few things for you to think about. So criticize from a place of love. So when Jesse starts to waver a little bit, you need to be there to advise him and correct him, but do so privately, do so biblically, and do so from a place of love. The second thing is talk it out. So I know for me and my wife Lauren, most of our I'll call them discussions usually end from a place of, well, that's not what I thought you meant when you said that. So be open and honest. Think back to your day. Think back to the promises he's going to make to you. He has your best intentions in mind. Third thing is choose your words carefully. You're going to know Jesse better than anyone. And with that, you're going to be able to hurt him worse than any of us ever could. So think about your words before you use them. Fourth thing is defer the big stuff. Let Jesse lead. You're not meant to handle the stress of the large life decisions, just like Jesse's not built to handle the stress of the day-to-day life. You guys are meant to work together. You're everything that he's not, and you're everything that she's not. So you're supposed to work together, support each other, give input to each other when it comes to making decisions. Finally, for you, Kayla, show mercy to Jesse, because he's going to mess up, and he's going to need the mercy that God shows to you every day. You're going to need to show some of that mercy to Jesse. Finally, for both of you, God's creating a new family right here in front of us. So we talked about how you're leaving your father and your mother behind and you're joining. You're becoming your own immediate family here. You're leaving your parents in every way, whether that's physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. I've talked to both of you for quite a bit. I had a chance to talk to Dave and Jamie about the effort and the time that you guys spent in your pre-marriage class. And I know that you guys understand what God's designed is for marriage, and that you're ready to honor each other as God wishes.